I had a doctor tell me months before this that, you know, you keep drinking the way you're drinking and smoking the way you're smoking, and you're going to die. You're just going to die. Hi, my name is Ken Seal, and let's talk addiction. Okay, now in the last few videos, we've been discussing the holistic approach to dealing with an addiction. And we've decided that it's not just physical, it is physical, it's emotional, it's psychological, and spiritual. And today we're going to talk about the spiritual aspect. We've already discussed the other three, so we're going to talk about the spiritual aspect of addiction and how to deal with that. I'm going to use the example of when I was in treatment years ago. One day, we had speakers come in all the time, and one day we were having a speaker and they told us his name was Father Frank. Now, my first reaction to this was, oh no, I'm not going to listen to some preacher, some priest. At that point in my life, I was very anti-religion. However, it was very interesting. The people that were running the place basically said, Ken, you need to shut up and listen. Probably some of the best advice I was ever getting. I used to believe I knew everything, but shut up and listen was a good idea for me. So I did. So Father Frank shows up and he introduces himself and he says, I'm here to speak about spiritualism, not religion. Now, that got my attention. I go, really? I thought it was the same thing. And so here's basically what he said. He said, many people come to me and say, you know what, Father Frank, I'm not really spiritual. I don't go to church. I don't believe in God. And his answer to that is always the same, and that is, yes, you are spiritual, because we all of us, everybody is on a spiritual journey. It's what life is about. We're on a spiritual journey. And that spiritual journey includes three basic things. First of all, everyone is trying to define the world that they live in. Is it a good place? Is it a bad place? Is it safe? Is it unsafe? Is it evil? Is it not evil? Is it a happy place? Is it some place where everything's going to be okay? In other words, what kind of a world do I live in? What is the world? What is really going on here? Second thing is foundation. Whether you like it or not, shit happens. Shit happens all the time. And when shit does happen, when things get crappy, how do I deal with it? What do I have to fall back on to give me the strength to carry on? And finally, it's purpose. What is my purpose in life? Why am I here? What in the hell is this all about? And he believes, and I believe it's true, that we're all on this spiritual journey and we're all searching for this. Maybe some people are more conscious of doing it and some aren't, but the point is we're all on this spiritual journey. So let me give you an example of what my spiritual journey looked like. First of all, how did I define the world? Well, I defined the world basically on my conception and my experience that I had growing up. And you have to understand, this is my view of the world, not necessarily what really was going on and what other people intended, but it was my way of interpreting what I was experiencing. And basically it was this, that the world basically is a shithole. It's a terrible place. It's very unsafe. That nobody cares about you, Ken. They don't care about you. They don't care what you think. They don't give a damn how you feel. You're on your own. You're on your own. The other thing that I believed is that it was all everybody's fault. In other words, all the terrible things that was happening to me, including my addiction, wasn't my fault. You see, you gotta understand, my mommy, she didn't keep me on the tit long enough. My dad, he never hugged me. And the school said I was a loser, a bum, and I'd never amount to anything. And in the church, you're going to burn in hell. You're a bad, bad, bad person. That's how I looked at the world. Probably not a really fun way to live, but that's how I viewed the world. Foundation. Well, as a kid, my foundation was food, especially sugar. That's what gave me strength to deal with stuff. I woke up every morning of my life for the first 48, 50 years of my life with a knot in my stomach, if not longer than that, actually more like 53 or 4 years. But the point is, I woke up with a knot in my stomach. The only way I could make that go away as a kid was to eat, especially sugar. As I got older, it was alcohol. I would get up every day and go to work, and I had to go to work because I had to take care of myself. Nobody else would. But the only thing that kept me going was knowing that by the end of the day, there's going to be a bottle waiting for me. And when I took that first drink, all that anxiety and that knot started to disappear. And for the next 4, 5, 6 hours until I passed out, I was at peace. But unfortunately, when I came to the next morning, guess what? There it was again. And it stayed with me for years. All right? So my only foundation was alcohol. And my purpose, again, very simple. My purpose was, I got to take care of me. Nobody else is going to take care of me. Nobody else cares. I have to be the center of the universe. You know why I know you're not the center of the universe? The reason I know you're not the center of the universe is because I am. And don't you ever damn well forget it. Okay? Not a very pleasant spiritual journey that I was on, but that's where I was. Let's take a look at my dad. Now, my dad was a fundamentalist Christian. He was Baptist. How did he define the world? Well, it was done for him. It was written up in the Bible. The minister every Sunday told him how to define the world that he lived in. His foundation, when things got bad, he could pray, get down on his knees and pray. He could go to the Bible, find guidance and solace in the Bible. He had ministers and church to rely on to help him get through the hard times. And purpose, basically to lead a Christian life and to bring people into the church. That's his purpose. So it was defined for him, made a little easier. So not everybody's religious, not everybody follows philosophies, but everybody is trying to figure out those 3 different things. Okay? All right. Now, one problem that people in addiction have, me included, is that I would wake up every morning and think to myself, you know what? Nothing's ever going to change. Nothing's ever going to change. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go through the day. I'm going to drink, drug, whatever, pass out, wake up, get up, go through the day, drink, drug, pass out, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And almost everybody I've ever talked to who have addiction issues have that same belief that nothing is ever going to change. This is just the way it's going to be. And the only way to deal with it is to just drink or drug even more. And on and on and on it goes. And when you think about it, that's kind of a scary thing. I mean, if you really believe that nothing's ever going to change, what the hell? I might as well get drunk. I might as well get high. All right? The bottom line is it can change. It can change. Hi, my name's Ken Seal, and this is Let's Talk Addiction. Now, if you like what you've seen and you think it can be helpful, and I believe it can be, I've been helping hundreds of people for years, hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll keep these coming. Thank you.